Hey everyone, this is Ryder from Skip. I hope you're doing well. It's Thursday, December 3rd. I have a very quick update on the stimulus talks, and it's good news. I'm going to be frank, like I always am. This is the best news we've seen in about 4 or 5 months. This is the closest Republicans and Democrats have been. It's the closest McConnell and Pelosi have been in terms of dollar amount to reaching a deal. And I'm going to go into 3 reasons why I think we are the closest we've been. And there is reason for optimism for everyone who's been patiently watching our videos and other videos on YouTube for several months. There is reason to have cautious optimism now, December 3rd, with 4 weeks left in 2020. So let's dive right in. I'll make this quick, and be sure to watch till the end. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, because we are continuing to give away all of our YouTube revenue to subscribers of our channel and users of our free Skip app. Links right in the description. This is the New York Times headline from this afternoon. McConnell and Pelosi discuss stimulus, but a deal still appears out of reach. A deal hasn't been done, but they're close. Here's what Mitch said today.
So compromise is within reach. We know where we agree. We can do this. Let me say it again. We can do this.
And here's Schumer's quick perspective from today.
So in the spirit of compromise, Speaker Pelosi and I believe the bipartisan framework introduced by a group of 8 senators on Tuesday should be used as the basis, the framework for immediate bipartisan bicameral negotiations.
So I'm just going to give a couple of the highlights here. Pelosi and McConnell spoke today on the phone. The phone call between the 2 congressional leaders came after McConnell left the door open to reaching a deal on a new round of stimulus to address the pandemic, but he stopped short of endorsing a $908 billion compromise. This is the bipartisan plan I talked about earlier this week. I'll link to it right above here. McConnell said that did not represent a genuine concession. The bottom line is McConnell wants $500 billion. Now Pelosi and Schumer say they are willing to go down to $908 billion, this bipartisan compromise. This is the first time that Pelosi and Schumer have gone below the $2 trillion mark. That's a big deal, the fact that they are willing to say $908 billion. And the main thing to point out here is it's not just a number, it's also policy differences. I mean, the Democrats do want support for cities and states. Republicans really don't want that. But that's some of the difference here in terms of funding. It's not just shaving off here or there, or adding a little bit here or there. There are some fundamental differences, but there's only a couple. So they're absolutely closer than they have been. Like McConnell said, he thinks we're close. Compromise is within reach. We know we agree we can do this. And Trump said he's willing to support the bill. Of course, he was signaling that it'd be the smaller bill. Regardless, we are in $400 billion. That's still a lot of money, by the way. But we're getting closer together. And even Senator Lindsey Graham said today, I've never been more hopeful that we'll get a bill. So there is positivity and renewed optimism. And just to recap, in case you don't want to watch the detailed video, this $908 billion bipartisan framework would restore lapsed federal jobless benefits, $300 a week for 18 weeks. It would include $288 billion for small businesses, restaurants and theaters. That's another round of PPP funding, and $160 billion for fiscally strapped cities and states. So what they talked about today was, quote, their shared commitment to completing an omnibus spending bill and COVID relief as soon as possible. This is according to Pelosi's spokesperson, Drew Hamill, in a tweet. And again, as I said at the start of this video and earlier this week, this is the strongest push in months to break a logjam over how to boost an economy and healthcare system weighed down by the pandemic. So this is the biggest push. Let's make it happen. What are your thoughts on this? Are you hopeful? Leave a comment and share how you're feeling about this. But we are always frank, and I'm frank when I share the news, and if it's real or just for show, I do believe that we are the closest, and there is so much pressure for both the House and the Senate to pass something before the end of the year. So stay tuned. Let's see what happens in these next few days. Thanks so much for subscribing, as always, and most importantly, stay well and stay healthy.